We all know the automobile brand Mercedes-Benz, the creator of top-notch luxury vehicles and the motorsport champions. But have you ever wondered how this flagship and successful brand was first made and how it has evolved over the years? In this video, I'm going to take you back in time and we'll recall some of Mercedes-Benz's achievements and see how it has become one of the leading automobile brands it is today. Mercedes-Benz's history starts all the way back in 1885. It was in this year that the first ever automobile was created by German engineer Carl Benz. He called it the Benz patent Motorwagen. The engine fitted to this was a 954cc 1-liter single-cylinder 4-stroke engine. This unique engine produced 2/3 of a horsepower at 250 RPM. Though later tests showed it to be capable of producing a bit more power. No one had seen anything like it before, and it was this one invention that has changed our lives today. Next, in 1890, Gottlieb Daimler came along and created Daimler Motoren Gesellschaft, known as DMG. The name Mercedes was made when Emil Jelinek, an entrepreneur who worked with DMG, named the 1901 famous Mercedes 35 HB, which was made by DMG after his daughter Mercedes Jelinek. Then finally in 1926, Daimler-Benz was founded by merging Carl Benz's and Gottlieb Daimler's companies together in Stuttgart, Germany. Wilhelm Maybach, who founded Maybach Motors in 1909, also joined them. Not long after though, the name changed to Mercedes-Benz, the brand we all know today. Let's start this off with talking about how the Mercedes-Benz famous logo came about. The three-pointed star that we all know a Mercedes by today first came about in 1909. So what does that famous emblem actually stand for? Well, it represents the company's plans for their engines dominating the land, sea, and air, hence the 3 points. If you noticed, when Mercedes-Benz was founded in 1926, they created the logo using the 1909 Daimler logo of the three-pointed star and the 1909 Benz logo, the circle, to create the final logo representing the two companies merged together. Now let's move on to talking about some of Mercedes-Benz's history's highlights. In 1928, Mercedes-Benz released a sports car called the SSK Roadster. It was one of the most highly regarded sports car of its era. Another thing that makes it so special is that it was the last car Ferdinand Porsche designed for Mercedes-Benz before he went off and made his own sports car company, Porsche. This mind-blowing machine's engine was a supercharged 7,069cc engine. Another milestone in Mercedes-Benz's history took place in the year 1932. That was when the Mercedes SSKL won the Berlin Avas racing event, and Mercedes from then on were nicknamed the Silver Arrows. They've been called that name at all the other racing events they took part in, and that tradition still continues today. So everyone knows Mercedes F1 team as the Silver Arrows. The first Mercedes-Benz Pullman is something to be remembered. Mercedes Maybach Pullman is Mercedes' ultra-luxury limousine. The first Pullman was called the Mercedes-Benz Grosser Pullman and was introduced in 1930. The rear seating compartment was very spacious at the time. The engine on this palace on wheels produced 150 horsepower at 2,800 RPM. It could reach a top speed of 93 miles per hour or 150 kilometers per hour. Here's a fun fact. Did you know that when Hitler was ruling, he used a 1938 Mercedes-Benz 770K? It was a large and spacious luxury car built by Mercedes from 1930 to 1943. It was used by Hitler and high-ranked Nazi men for transport and for parading. One of Mercedes-Benz's greatest achievements is the 1936 Mercedes-Benz 260D. It's remembered because it was one of the first 3 diesel-engine passenger cars in the world. Now let's move on to talking about some of Mercedes-Benz's numerous safety innovation achievements. In 1951, Mercedes developed the safety cage. It had Röntgen and rear crumple zones and is considered by many people as the most important innovation in automobile construction from a safety point of view. In 1981, airbags were first introduced to Europe on the 1981 S-Class. Also first introduced on the 1981 Mercedes S-Class was Mercedes pre-tensioner seatbelts. If you're involved in a crash, the pre-tensioner will tighten the belt immediately, removing any slack, which will prevent the occupant from jerking forward in a crash. You'll probably experience the feeling of seatbelts on current day cars pressing towards you if the car jerks. Well, now you know when it started. These seatbelts were the first of their kind in the world. There are countless other safety innovations that have been created under the name of Mercedes-Benz, such as the 1987 traction control system that worked on both acceleration and braking, and the first passenger road car to have brakes on all four wheels. Let's now move on to talking about one of Mercedes-Benz's signature cars. The 300 SL Gullwing from 1954 is a car that all Mercedes-Benz enthusiasts will know about. The Gullwing nickname came from the way its wing doors opened. This beautiful car was powered by a 3-liter orally aspirated dry-sumped 6-cylinder engine, which produced 212 horsepower at 5,800 RPM. This power was transmitted through a 4-speed manual gearbox. This car could reach a top speed of 135 miles per hour or 217 kilometers per hour. This car was a one-of-a-kind at its time. Even the Gullwing's racing partner, the 300 SLR, is well known for its many racing victories. I guess that concludes our video for today. I hope that you learned something new about Mercedes-Benz's history. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to RoBuzz. Thanks for watching and see you next time.